My first volunteering experience started when I was 12 years old at the St. Luke's Hospital in Duluth, Minnesota. I worked independently in the foundations department. This experience wasn't something that I'd appreciated at the time because I was mainly focused on learning how to communicate with others without feeling stressed or anxious. Volunteering was more of a selfish goal for me to become more sociable. Despite my original motives for volunteering, I quickly became interested in the work I was doing and wanted to challenge myself in a setting I was already comfortable working in. I moved from the foundations department to in and outpatient care where I got to communicate with more staff, patients, and visitors. That experience taught me that the purpose of volunteering is so versatile. Volunteering not only helped the people I served, but helped me as well. Within a span of 5 months, I became more outgoing, confident, and communicative, which were three characteristics that I always struggled with prior to volunteering. My unique experience demonstrates that people may go into volunteering with a certain expectation, yet leave with a new skill, goal, or positive memory. After leaving that position, I knew it wasn't going to be my last experience as a volunteer. For the next 5 years, in high school and middle school, I held several short term volunteer positions. From being an aide at a senior center to a gardener at a local garden center, I loved all the work I did. Yet, I felt like I could be doing more as my positions weren't really geared towards my interests. I knew that I was interested in public health and law, but I didn't know of any organizations that focused on those issues. Eventually, when I was 19, I was led to my next volunteer position that was centered around both issues. I was a first call volunteer at the Domestic Abuse Project. While volunteering at DAP, a nonprofit organization in Northeast Minneapolis focused on eliminating domestic violence, I helped hundreds of clients seek support for their mental, emotional, and social health. I screened clients for services varying from case management to therapy. Working at DAP increased my interest in public health and helped me understand that ensuring a person's well being goes beyond just physical health. Working at DAP also came as a learning experience. Many clients were victims of domestic abuse and struggled to maintain their mental and physical health. I became more aware of the faults and weaknesses within the Minneapolis community, which only fueled my interest in public health more. Being a first call volunteer showed me how much I am capable of giving to my community and how any interaction can produce a meaningful difference. About a year later, I began volunteering for the Watch program after working with a judge at Hennepin County. The Watch program, which is a brand for the Advocates for Human Rights, focused on monitoring court cases in order to ensure that human rights are still being promoted within the criminal justice system. Domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse cases are all monitored by the Watch program. Volunteering for Watch helped me learn more about the legality and processes behind the court system. I learned to appreciate the work being done as it ensured that legal actors were justly representing victims of violence. I am still volunteering with the Watch program and plan to continue my volunteering experience with them. It's also been great to see the progress the organization has made throughout the pandemic in ensuring that cases are still being monitored. To me, volunteering is a way to gain knowledge about your community while also providing efforts to help uplift the people around you. Each experience that I had motivated me to continue working with my community. I like to think that I've given a lot of time and effort to the positions I've held, but truthfully, my positions have given a lot to me. Throughout the years, I've met so many incredible people, learned so much about my community, and have grown to seek opportunities that allow me to be of aid to those who need it. If I were to take away the lessons I've learned and encounters I've faced during my time as a volunteer, I would not be as educated on my community or as self-aware of what I could do to help the people around me. I plan to continue volunteering throughout my life as there will always be opportunities for me to help out my community. For the next upcoming years, I hope to volunteer for more organizations centered around public health as that is my field of interest. Specifically, I'd like to work on reducing health disparities among racial minority groups within the Twin Cities. For anyone that wants to volunteer, I recommend that they find a position or organization that best aligns with their interests, but also a few that don't. Utilizing every opportunity presented to you to help your community may provide you with insight into what your community needs. I hope everyone eventually gets the chance to volunteer and has a great and positive experience with it, just like I did.